Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the Amy Schumer Fan Club podcast. I'm the kid from down the street with the perpetual cold sore, Lucas.
And I'm the guy who was definitely in the last podcast that we recorded that you're never going to hear about, so...
Also, yeah, we
right
stole
into
the
business.
intro. We stole the intro because it's funny, but there's going to be 3 people who listen to this, so if anybody wants to sue me, my address will be linked below.
Perfect. You shouldn't link your address below, because I know 3 people who might listen to this who might want to come over for a little kissy kiss.
Well, we won't name any names, but I think I got a pretty good idea of who we're going to try to avoid.
Tice Culp will break into our house specifically to record this podcast with us, even though we told him no.
Oh yeah, okay. So we're gonna have to. I think we have to preface the initial podcast with the golden rule of Tice Culp is never allowed to be on the podcast until the day he passes away.
Exactly.
And you want to know why?
Well, basically, we were trying to record one like a little while ago, like because we've been talking about doing this for like a really long time,
like a year.
Pretty much, yeah.
Like
well, because we recorded
months.
the first one, the first thing that we recorded that we were like, hey, we should make a podcast. We recorded it at like a New Year's party. Was it New Year's? I want to say it was New Year's.
It was probably New Year's.
Yeah, I guarantee you it was New Year's actually. So New Year's last year, we recorded this, and it was really funny, and we had a good time, and we were like, hey, we should actually record this properly and say less terrible things that we can't put on the podcast, and then we'll upload it, because we thought that would be fun. So that's what we're doing right now. But so we tried to do that recently. And Tice was like, yeah, I'll record the podcast, but we have to play PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds while we do it, right? And I agreed, and Lucas agreed, because we were like, yeah, whatever. We're not going to pay attention to PlayerUnknown's while we're doing the podcast, because it's like, who cares,
PUBG.
really?
And to make a long,
Exactly.
a long story short, the entire time we were trying to record the podcast, he just screamed at us to shut up because he's trying to listen to people's footsteps so he could win the game, and he did not. And 34 minutes of perfectly good comedy was ruined with the occasional autistic screech.
Autistic screech about how there was someone around, and we prefaced it too, like it wasn't like he went into it expecting to play like
this isn't a serious game, but
like we prefaced it as being like, yeah, we're just gonna fuck around, you know what I mean, so we have something to do, but
it's a
little young boy couldn't handle it. He's got social issues.
Now,
young boy.
What do you think about those the moms of the rant and rave who refer to their children in only months and weeks?
Months
it's
and
just
weeks?
like there's a 5-year-old and we're like, how old is she? And she's like, she's only 532 weeks.
Well,
You
honestly,
like, I don't care, lady. Your kid's gross.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You've never heard those ladies? Or it's just like, how old is your baby? And she's like, like 27 months. Like, so
no.
she's 2?
Well, isn't that everyone? Isn't that just how you refer to your kids?
No. How old is your kid? 1 year old. Not, I don't divide it. I don't divide fractions.
1 what old?
1 year.
One?
Like a year. That's the standardized age reference, is it not? Like if
I don't know what that is. I'm not picking up what you're putting down, honestly.
So, Matt, if I asked you how old you are, what would you say?
I would probably say 763 minutes.
Well, that's probably... Wait a minute.
But that's maybe that's a me problem.
Somebody just popped from the womb and is on a podcast.
No, but I get what you're saying. That's really weird. That's strange, people. Strange boys only. Strange boys only.
Well, now that you've ruined my initial topic, it's your turn.
What do you want me to say about that? You know, it's like, yeah, rant and rave, but that's rant and rave for you.
Leduc rant and rave.
I'm gonna pull up rant and rave
meta
right now while we do
topic.
this, because Leduc rant and rave is its own little thing that we could talk about.
I feel like we could have an entire episode. Let's dedicate this episode to Leduc
We're gonna
area rant.
Yeah,
and
if that
rave.
lasts. Oh my god, I'm already logged in. That's nice. Okay, so I don't remember last time I was on Facebook. You can just search it, right? Leduc.
Okay,
Yeah,
for
there it is.
example,
He's the first one to pop up.
Here's a classic rant and rave post. It's by Noreen, and it says, "This is a rant about Walmart. I was buying
boy.
Slim Lemonade, and the sale price said it was $2.27. That's odd, because that's what I normally pay. The sticker said regular price was $2.68, a savings of 41 cents. Well, guess what? I pulled the sales sticker off, and sure enough, the regular price is $2.27. I am done with this Walmart. That post has...
Okay, that's a pretty good one to start with.
That post has 51 likes, and the top comment is, I miss Zellers.
I miss Zellers? What did Zellers sell? Was Zellers like Walmart?
Zellers was like, it was like a ghetto Walmart, yeah, but like really, really ghetto.
More ghetto than Walmart.
Like more ghetto than the Walmart. It was ghetto Walmart.
The most I know about Zellers is we always used to, when we would play video games and stuff, we would shout. We'd be like, if you ever had like bad internet, you know what I mean? You were lagging and stuff.
I have Zellers internet, yeah.
I'm playing on my Zellers Wi-Fi. That's weird. The comments are always the best part. I like people discussing the prices. I know for a fact Snack Pack Pudding are 88 cents. Now they are 147 there. My guess this is a sale and they never took the tag off. She's got an angry emoji.
Now to contrast this, there are some really cute Rant and Rave posts where it's like, Rave, thank you to Cam for the amazing woodwork you did for me. And it's just sweet.
I guess, but okay, one time I wrote something on Rant and Rave. I'm not going to lie to you. I've partook in the holy fuck, the comments go forever on this post we're on.
On the Walmart one, right? There's like 8,000 comments talking about pudding cups.
But no, I wrote on Rant and Rave. It was after like a teeny bit of like controversy or whatever. There was like someone was driving too fast in a residential, and someone was like, rant to teenagers. I hate teenagers and how fast they drive. And so I wrote, shortly after that, I wrote a rave. I went, rave to old people. They're great. Keep doing what you do. And then it got like taken down, and I got a little direct message from like an admin or something, and they were like, I wish I still could pull it up, but this is like, they were just like, this is your final warning. If you
the admins are so
they're crazy.
High and mighty. Okay, so there is also
what
like 30,000 people in this group in Leduc area Rant Rave, so like they have a small YouTubers worth of audience like that they are abusing.
Yeah, they just
now do you remember
us.
The one time Nathan, our friend Nathan,
oh
there was a post on Rant and Rave that said it was like a rant. Somebody just came up into my yard and poured a Tim Hortons double onto my dog.
No, it was the cat, wasn't it?
It was the cat. It was some small animal in their yard. And then they were like, what does it look like? And this gets 500 likes instantly. And everyone's like, what does he look like? And it's like, he was tall and ginger. And our friend is tall and ginger. And then another person we know jokingly tags our one friend who is tall and ginger but does not pour double doubles onto small animals. And 500 people went on a witch hunt for Nathan. The entire city of Leduc mom squad mobilized, called PETA, found Nathan's mom on Facebook, messaged her that her son was an animal abuser, threatened to call the police. They like doxed him on the Rant and Rave. They're like, this is his address. Let's go. Let's raise a stink. Somebody call the RCMP. And all these moms are like liking and like reacting with those hearts and stuff. And Nathan is like, what's happening? Because he's in school when this is going down.
Yeah, and we were all in him and I were in English class, I think, and we were like freaking out, or maybe it was social, but we were just like freaking out and Nick's in our class too, right? And he turns around, he's like, dude, I totally just tagged you in this post, and we had a good laugh about it. And then like 5 minutes later, he's just getting bombarded with like tags of people being like, what the fuck is your problem? Animal abuse. My handicapped daughter reads this page and now she wants to abuse animals and stuff like that. And we were just like, what are we gonna do? What the fuck is this people? The Duke area Rant and Rave is a wild place. It's all 40-year-old like moms, you know what I mean? And I think my mom's obviously not on it because she's far too illiterate to be there. Not far too socially illiterate to be there. But I imagine like if you were to name one of our friends who has like their parents are on Rant and Rave, you know what I mean? Daniel Shaldezos. Daniel Shaldezos' mom.
I feel like
skims Rant and Rave.
Doesn't everybody's mom like my dad skims Rant and Rave purely
Does
for
he?
like
My parents
for
just
the
don't...
juice, you know?
My mom
for the
doesn't have
pure
Facebook, and my dad
juice.
doesn't have the patience for it. I feel for Rant and Rave.
Really?
But no, your mom would be the type to skim.
Yeah,
Rant
they
and Rave
skim for
juice.
some juice. Yeah.
I'm talking people who are up there. They're posting about their pudding, and they.
Well, there's one. You know, if you're on the Rant and Rave enough, there is a certain trend of the posters who are consistently commenting on everybody. One of my favorites is we refer to her as Rant and Rave Ruth. She's on absolutely every post. Absolutely.
I think I know about Rant and Rave.
You know Rant and Rave Ruth.
I think I do.
But I can't find her, unfortunately. She's always in the comments.
On this Walmart thing, we've got. I'm just gonna go through another one of the comments. We've got a little Mr. Cannot be named Barkman. His last name is Barkman. And he posted a saucy little Walmart meme that says a good old fashioned 37 checkout lanes, 2 cashiers because fuck you is why. Sorry, pardon my language. But
Scandal.
And this young man has 7 likes and 3 little laughing emojis on his nice little Rant and Rave comment, and I think that is particularly humorous.
Rant and Rave.
Let's see what Cam Barkman does. I want to know all about Cam Barkman.
You just doxed Cam.
Oh shoot! No, I'm not gonna. No.
Bleep his name. Bleep his name in post. Quick, do it.
When I edit this, okay, Matt. When you edit this, remember to bleep Cam Barkman's name and his address 3601. Just kidding. I don't know his address, but he's got a nice little meme here. A nice little fun meme. It says here's a rant we can have fun with. Christmas decorations in November. End of rant. And then he's got an attached meme. There are 12 days of Christmas, none of which are in bloody November. And if you ever... And Nick Google liked it. Nick Google was a fan.
You doxed Nick Google. Stop doxing everybody.
I'm not doxing so many people. Sorry, Bic Chugel has liked our... I could read out the likes. They give you a nice... Okay, never mind. But it's just like... these are the people that live on Rant and Rave, the people who complain on Facebook.
See, I'm trying to find some more juice, and I can't. They're all very vanilla. Which hairstylist should I use? Which nail salon is best? Kind of posts right now.
Oh, we've got a memester on here though. Mikey Hunt from Drayton Valley said, "What are the best pods?"
Stop doxing people.
Sorry, they're not gonna notice. Mikey Hunt. I mean, Likey Dunt. I'll start doing that. I'll start changing their names up, and you'll have to guess who they are. He said, "Which are the best pods to eat?" And we've got
yes, I saw that memester, the Tide Pod memester, the bandit.
Tide Pods. Wow, you're a funny one. You're a funny one. Did you ever like the Tide Pod meme?
No.
No? Okay, so Ben and I have gone into length on the Tide Pod memes. And it's like, because we see all about it. We're funny guys, if I'd like to say so. But
yeah, I'll have you know I follow quite a few meme pages on Instagram. I
follow Daquan on Instagram. Thank you. I'm a fan of the Fat Jew.
I was gonna say that. Don't steal my favorite Instagram influencer.
Influencer. That's a good word. Good,
isn't it? It's a power word
right there. I love it. But we were talking about the Tide Pod meme, and I thought it was funny for a little bit because I thought it was just like the forbidden fruit kind of thing. Like it's like, oh, they look so tasty. I'd love to chew on one. But now it's just the
now it's just like
the
let's
bleach
eat them.
meme. It's like, oh, we're gonna die. We're gonna
Let's,
die. 'Cause
let's
if we
eat
eat these, we die.
Now, okay, do you know I follow Keemstar on Twitter. You guys better know who the killer Keemstar of Drama Alert is. But
the man who inspired the Amy Schumer Fan Club podcast, I'd like to point out.
That is true. Shout out to Keemstar. um, um, what was I saying? Yeah, so some lady tweeted at him on Twitter in like broken English, but she is like definitely just from Arkansas. And she was just like, please help, Keem. I need your help. These people are attacking me on the internet. I did an illicit challenge on YouTube with my son, and now people are unsubscribing. I need to pay rent. And the video she linked was Tide Pod challenge with my son. And it's just a 2-year-old baby that she is just like, faked the 2-year-old eating Tide Pods for views.
She faked the 2-year-old though? It's
like
fake.
Like she's not gonna feed her kid Tide Pods, but like the whole...
I thought, because that's where I was, and I was like, oh, no, slow down.
And everybody was like, girl, what, are you dumb? Are you
crazy.
Stupid? And she said it was like just an innocent Tide Pod challenge.
That's...
You're
well,
teaching
I
your
think that's
child.
kind of funny. I think that's kind of funny.
But
like if she's like, what type of channel was she?
It wasn't meta. It was like because
I thought it was
this
like
is my mom and son channel, and now I'm gonna exploit him for views.
I see. I thought it was like she's a comedy channel, and then she brings her son on, and she throws up some sick Tide Pod meme. And I'm like, that's harmless, a little unfunny, but it's harmless. But no, and she got exposed on Killer Keemstar's channel.
Keemstar's Twitter, baby.
Bang
Exposed.
Into the room. bang into the room. I was talking to a friend of mine recently.
Yes.
And this friend of mine is really into like she does art and that kind of thing, and she was telling me about how she really wanted to get a mannequin or something, right? And her aunt ended up buying her one because Sears is closing out of business. And they're giving away mannequins, basically. Like, you can go in there and buy them for like $15 or something ridiculous. You know, you can just buy their mannequins. And it got me thinking, it's like, who's getting these mannequins? You know what I mean? Like, there's people, like, she was telling me that they're almost sold out. And there's people buying mannequins, like, crazy. Like, they're running out of mannequins. And you gotta wonder, like, who if you were to buy a mannequin, what are you going to do with it? You know what I mean? Like, if you bought a mannequin.
If I bought a mannequin, I would... Oh, I don't know. I would definitely buy a suit.
You'd buy a suit. I'd
buy a suit, and I'd wear the suit.
Oh.
And I would carry... yeah. And I'd carry my mannequin. I'd take him in a... I think I'd like to just do weird stuff, like carry him around in a wagon with me. But I wouldn't do that because like that's just disgusting and socially awkward. So I'd probably just put him in my basement and just be like, "Hey, I have a mannequin in my room."
And you'd be like, "Yeah, I've got a mannequin." You've got to wonder if there's like a person. This is what I've been thinking about. And trust me, this is on my mind every night when I go to bed. I wonder, is there a guy out there who's been buying multiple mannequins, like building up a mannequin,
a tent, fortress, like a fort.
A fort of mannequins. Like, what are they doing with these mannequins? There's so many people buying them. Matt in the okay, you're we're about to lose the whole part. But
yeah, no, we're cutting all of that. It's at 19:01. I'm cutting that out.
It's at 19. We're already at 19.
We're at 19 minutes of pure entertainment, baby.
This one's been kind of funny. I've been enjoying it. It's a good probationary start, I'd say.
The good thing is, I know Mick Amaro is going to listen to this and enjoy himself, so...
You're doing it just for Mick? You're trying to be his twink? Okay, so the mannequin discussion leads me to a story.
Is the mannequin discussion going to be in there? Because I did make some
I'm going to put the mannequin discussion in, and I'll cut out the little comments that you made just at the end. And
I'll cut out the comments. It's fine. It's fine.
No, I'll cut them. It's fine.
Censorship.
I'll cut them.
I'll cut them.
She wouldn't be mad, though. I feel like we could leave them in. Like, she won't be mad. She'd have a laugh about that because she knows we're just poking fun. basically, one time when I was at a family reunion in Saskatchewan, this is what I got to think about because this is where the mannequins had to have to go. Like
For
someone
our
else is doing
Chinese
this.
listeners, Saskatchewan is like an armpit.
An armpit.
Hmm.
What the fuck is wrong with you? What's your problem?
Isn't it? Tell me I'm wrong.
I guess I feel like it's
Yeah.
drier than an armpit. It's like if you left your armpit out in the sun.
It's like an armpit that has been thoroughly detoxified with Dove for Women underarm spray.
Now then it would smell better. Anyway,
Dove for
so I was in
expired
Saskatchewan.
Dove for Women.
The worst. I was in Saskatchewan, the worst place in Canada. Aside
That's
from the
not
rest of
debatable.
Canada. I was in Saskatchewan for this family reunion thing, and I was hanging out with some cousins that I don't even think are my cousins, and I don't even remember their names. And
Where did they
anyway,
come
we were who
Where did they
knows,
come
but
from?
we were young. They came from Saskatchewan, so for all we know, they could just be gophers. Moving on. I was we went into like the little town that we were staying at. Like we were in like a hall just a little bit down, and then everyone was camping. But we went into the town, like me and these kids, and we were young. I don't know how young, but probably 11 or 12, maybe even younger.
That's pretty young
It was before I met you.
to be scooting around the town by yourselves there.
What can I say? We smoke cigarettes.
Rural,
I could-
rural
I can-
Saskatchewan.
I can hit a kickflip. Bust my first nut when I was 11 years old. Anyway,
Sick.
we go into the town and there's like a broken down kind of school thing, right? And we're like, hey, well, let's go into this closed down school, and it's got like boarded up windows. You know what I mean? Like it's that kind of place. So we're like crawling into this school, like underneath all the under the boards and stuff, and there's like it's like eerie kind of thing, like there's light shining through and just like slits of light, you know what I mean? So we're like
Spooky.
skulking around this school, and we're like a little spooked, but it's like fun, we're having a good time. And then we find like a janitor's closet, right? And we're like, oh, let's open this up because the door isn't locked. So we pull open the door, and there's like just mannequins on mannequins in there, like tons of mannequins, and we're like, what the hell is this shit, right? And this is like a vivid memory I have of walking into this school with like the slits of light on my back, and we wander our way in to this janitor's closet, and there's just mannequins everywhere, you know what I mean? Like I don't know why this school has so many mannequins, but we're freaking out, so we bolt out of there and head down the hallway kind of thing, right? Because we're like, what the fuck is all this with all these mannequins? And we end up down at the gymnasium section, and the gymnasium, the like middle of the floor is like broken out, you know what I mean? Like it's like a crater in the middle of this gym floor, like a deep crater, and in it is like a table laid out with like art project. Have I told you this before? I feel like I have.
I think so.
Maybe, but anyway, there's like this table laid out with like art projects and stuff from like kids past, you know what I mean? And they look old, like it's like old paper mache stuff, and I'm like, what the hell, you know what I mean? Like little 12-year-old me is like peeing in his pants. He's got a boner though because he's kind of into it.
Mhm.
And he sees all these mannequins like stretched out, like touching stuff, and I'm like, what the heck is all this? But there's like the mannequins are like in the positions where people would be, you know what I mean? Like enjoying the art projects and like
Isn't that what they usually do though?
yeah, but I mean like someone has set them up to look like they're enjoying the art projects. Like I know mannequins are like designed to look like people. Thank you
Wow,
very
Matt,
much.
that's thanks for clearing that up for me. I never would have
Anyway, but they're like, it's set up like it was like an art show was happening at that moment, and I'm like, and it's just a broken down school. So once again in the gymnasium, there's like a big thin window like on the top, and it's like one of those high gyms, like high ceilinged gyms, and the slits of light are coming through. It's crazy.
Wow.
There's like a bunch of motherfucking Gratata. So we skeeted out of there, obviously, and then my mom
And then
hit
as
me
you
for
were
going into
as you
school, and
were
my mom beat
running,
me.
oh.
As I was running out, a mannequin hand grabbed me, and I looked back, and they were all following me. And whenever you're not looking, just like that episode of Doctor Who. But no, it was wild. And I went home, and my mom hit me, and she was like, "Oh," she spoke like a Spanish woman. She said, "Oh, what are you doing? What are you doing, my young son? You shouldn't have been out in the city all by yourself. Oh, your father, he died 30 years ago. Oh, my goodness." She hit me with her flip-flop.
Chancla, actually, I believe it's called.
Chancla.
I saw that on a Vine once. I don't know.
You're just making it up. Lele
No.
Pons, may I ask?
No, talk to me about Lele Pons.
Dude, Lele Pons posted some crazy stuff recently. It's like a series she's been doing called Scooby-Doo Pop Pop. And it's just like they dress up in like Scooby-Doo costumes and they dance. And it was like the third one was like Scooby-Doo Pop Pop finale. And they just generally really funny stuff. Just really
funny.
Stuff.
One of my favorite Instagram comedians is Lele Pons. Lele Pons.
Personally, I like her more as a YouTuber.
Yes.
How not to get bullied.
How not to get bullied.
It's
Step one:
top in my likes.
get fake hair extensions and proceed to donate them to cancer. And,
Ooh. I don't know anything about that. I only know about the good things Lele Pons has done, like get a nose job.
I block out the haters.
I dab on the haters. Is that an old meme? Is that a bad reference?
We need a soundboard so we can play air horn effects.
I'll get a soundboard. We'll do that. Let's talk about future guests. You want to talk about that?
Yeah. Okay. So coming up next, we have Mark.
Mark is not going to be on the podcast.
Mark has to be on this podcast.
Mark is my father, for anyone who doesn't know.
I'll bring on Doug.
Don't you? No, I'm saying like, yeah, we'll put him on, but he's not coming up next.
Hey, okay. Okay,
so Mark will be on in like future podcasts.
But what
we'll
about
put Mark
this?
On. If this gets 1 million likes, if this gets 100,000 likes, Mark gets on. Mark gets on the podcast.
Oh, you can't hear that, but I definitely just played a coyote sound effect.
I can't hear it?
No, but it's in the podcast.
All right, I'll see it when you send me it.
I was very
for the
excited.
editing. So
Mark.
I'm thinking we'll have Mark, we'll have Doug at some point. All right, moving on from.
We'll have the daddy episode.
Dad, like both of them?
Yeah.
You think?
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll get them all
We
in
should
that
let them-
basement and just.
I get the feeling we should let them listen to it first before we, so they have like an idea. You know what I mean? Okay.
Yeah.
But I've been wanting to say like we should get Ben on the podcast.
Ben, I think, would be a grand addition.
A grand addition.
Yeah.
Ben's been begging me. It's funny. He begs me all the time. He's like, let me be a prominent member of the podcast. I want to be one of the main.
Ben can be a recurring.
Yeah, that's what I
cast
said.
member, yes.
That's what I told him. He couldn't be a chief cast member.
No, but he can be. He can be like Jason Nash. No, he's pretty core.
He's pretty cool.
Like Trisha Paytas. Ben is the Trisha Paytas of the Amy Schumer Fan Club podcast.
Let's be honest. You're the Trisha Paytas of the Amy Schumer Fan Club podcast.
Excuse me there, sir. I am the
I'll have
chief
you know.
and founder of this here
Excuse
podcast.
me? Who owns all the mics? Anyway,
You have two. I have two. Get out of here.
we are a team. We're a team. High five through the mic.
Hi.
That's gonna sound great. That's gonna sound great, and no one will be upset.
Scoop bop, booty bop, beep boop.
What's the deal with airplane food? No.
Hey guys, what's the deal with fire hydrants?
What's the deal with fire hydrants?
Stupid things.
I've been thinking.
All a fire hydrant has ever done for me is dent my car.
The only thing fire hydrants do for me is make sure that the police firemen, the fire police, break my windows on my car when I park right next to them. Park! That's going to sound great with no pop filter.
I didn't hear any P's because I think pop filters are unnecessary.
Parked right next to it.
Okay, that was very, very loud. I lied. It's very necessary.
We'll have Mick, and next week, coming up next week.
Ben Gregg.
You want Ben Gregg next week?
Ben Gregg.
All
The
right, well, I'll
premiere episode. Or Ryan. What about Ryan?
I say Ben Gregg because Ryan's got a small pee-pee. That's
I'm
what
not
I've
gonna
heard.
argue with you there, sweet cheeks.
All right, big balls, small pee-pee. But no, we'll have Ben on and then Ryan. Well, we could just have them both, honestly.
Yeah, well, not at the same time because then we're gonna run out of episodes.
I guess, yeah, but we could have them.
We have to
could have
stretch
more than one
it.
episode.
We gotta stretch
buddy.
it. We gotta
We're
stretch
never
it
gonna
out.
run out. We're just gonna talk forever,
Dude,
and ever,
season-
and ever, and then we're gonna drown in our own words, and then I'm gonna have to call like for a life preserver. It's gonna be terrible. It's gonna be great. We're gonna be
Subscribe.
rich.
Subscribe right now.
Here
You're
would be
listening
a
to
good
this
time
on
to.
YouTube / the Amy Schumer Fan Club podcast. Hit that red button for more weekly news.
Right now would be a great time to play what's that? Here Comes the Money. It would just be like in the background, like Here Comes the Money. You know, but I don't know how to do that, so it's not gonna happen. But future Matt, if you know how to do that within the next hour or so, do that. It's exciting stuff. The first podcast, baby. The first podcast. A discussion, a bonding of friendship, a real revolutionary moment. A revolutionary moment for the internet, for YouTube, for Amy
Twitter.
Schumer, because this is probably the funniest her name is ever gonna get. Even though we're pretty unfunny.
Hey, Mick likes us.
Mick likes us. That's what
Mick
counts.
likes us.
And now a word from our sponsors, David Dobrik.
Then you have to imitate.
I can't do that. Help! I'm gonna get deported. Trisha Paytas, get in my vlog.
Be funny.
You like Trisha
Be
Paytas.
funny for me.
You're the one of us who likes Trisha Paytas.
I
No one
like
else
Trisha
I know likes
Paytas
Trisha.
because she's better than David Dobrik in every way. She has a Lambo. She doesn't try and flex.
That's my David Dobrik.
She
That's
doesn't
my
try
David
and
Dobrik.
flex
No.
her Tesla on you.
No, she flexes her Corvette.
She doesn't.
Thank you.
She doesn't. She wears less clothes than him.
That is a good point.
She doesn't. I don't
me
know
there.
if he lives in that apartment. I don't know if he lives in that house. Where do you live, David
He-
Dobrik? Stop
he lives in
flexing
his
that you
house.
have 2 apartments on us. I
Lives in
know
the
you're
house. Dom lives in
successful.
the-
Trisha Paytas doesn't have to aggressively clickbait.
Yes, she does.
Not only in
Her
the
face is
thumbnail.
clickbait.
Only.
Yeah, that's how clickbait works. Fucking
No,
idiot.
it's not like wow, surprising my mom, and then it's just like it's just Jason in a dress.
That's
Surprise!
pretty funny, though.
That
That's
is
a
funny.
joke. Maybe you're just not humorous. Maybe that's the problem, Lucas.
Abort the mission.
I'll do my David Dobrik though. Say something grotesque. Improv. Here it is. Say something gross.
Say something gross.
Yeah.
Hey fellas, mind if I?
No. That's my David Dobrik.
That sounded like your Spanish mom again.
No. He just says no a lot. No. Don't you? No.
I
Get it?
think it'd be really funny if you just like sliced your hand in half with a wine bottle. That'll be David Dobrik, wouldn't it?
To be fair, that was on Jason's channel, but
That
We're
was
not
on
gonna talk
everybody's
about-
channel. That was
Hey,
on
dude, we're
everybody's.
not. No more name dropping.
I'm trying to
for
start
this episode.
Twitter beef with David Dobrik so I get popular.
Dude, what if you started Twitter beef with David Dobrik? That'd be sick.
I'm just
What
gonna.
if we got?
I'm gonna DM him right now and be like, "You smell," and then he'll quote my tweet and be like, "Look at this boy." And 4,000 people follow me.
But then your @ will be the link to our podcast. And everyone, all those smart people find it.
Yeah.
All those
I only
elevated
want
humans.
the Rick and Morty fans to listen to this
Oh,
anyway.
I knew you were gonna say it. I knew you were gonna make a. Holy moly! I used to like Rick and Morty. That's what
I
sucks.
used to like
That's-
Rick and Morty too until it just
You know
got
what, I don't-
ruined.
I'm not saying I used to like it. I still like the show. It's just really annoying that everyone like started liking it and then they're like, wobble-dum-dum-dum. You know what I mean? Like just shitty things and then like, did you see that big thing? It was like a big paragraph that some guy wrote and he was all like, the fun part about Rick and Morty is that you have to have a severe grasp of particle physics to even understand some of the jokes. And it's like they're making boner jokes. You know what I mean? Like.
Yeah, like I don't think whoever wrote that was like, let's write in.
They're
let's
good writers.
write in
That's
math
it, dude.
10
Like,
facts.
it's They're good writers, not 10C students, not people who actually passed 10C. Did you know 10C is the hardest course of math that you'll do in the entire year? Well, not the hardest, but the biggest jump in difficulty that you have to go through during high school math. Isn't that weird?
I disagree.
You don't get to.
Okay, bye.
No, but they found out that it's like the least carryover from like 10 from the grade below.
Well, that's because all people in grade 9 are awful.
Hey, buddy, you were in grade 9 once.
That's right. I said it. As
a reference to I watched Dazed and Confused today. You were a freshman once too, buddy. You were a freshman once too. That's Matthew McConaughey. All right. You know what I mean? That's where that comes from.
And a bad movie.
Good movie. You don't know it.
I haven't seen it.
It's on Netflix now. You should check it out.
It's on Netflix now. Wow.
What? You don't have a Netflix account? What are you, poor? Sounds like somebody's poor.
Yeah, well, my dad's got a lot of money, so it doesn't matter.
Bzz. Sorry, my phone's ringing. Hello? Poor police? Oh yeah, he's right here. I'll put him on for you. They want to talk to you. Why are you so goddamn poor? Sorry. Why are you so goddamn poor?
Why don't you have a pop filter?
My that wasn't my fault. That's them on the other end of the phone. my good my good friend who has the mannequin plant is gonna be really mad at me for calling you poor because I don't know my privilege. Just kidding.
Cut it out! Cut it out!
Oh, cut it out! Cut it out! That's not making the final cut. Just kidding. Put it in. I just put it in, Lucas. Too late.
I want you to know that Matt edits this podcast, so if anybody's offended, you can take it up with him. And if you want to, I'll happily dox him for you. Please direct message me.
What's up with all this dox talk? That's what we're calling this episode.
Dox talk?
Dox talk. All right. Welcome to the Amy Schumer Fan Club podcast, everybody. Today's episode, Dox Talk.
Dox Talk.
Did you like my singing voice?
Yeah,
Viewers.
Well, anyway, we've been going for 37 minutes and 46 seconds. So,
we should
thank
probably
you
take
for
this to
listening to the Amy Schumer Fan Club podcast. Buy my merch on Fanjoy. I will hand deliver it to you.
And if anybody has any tips on how to record through two different mics on the same computer,
I already know how to do it. I told
Never
you that
mind.
before we started.
I forgot. All right, we'll see you guys next week with another episode of the Amy Schumer Fan Club podcast.
Look forward to feature guest Mark. Thank you for listening.
Have a good night, guys.